What's up, guys? Today we're making keto bagels, and I'm using the keto bread recipe from my previous video. You can click this link here to view it, but I did a few experiments while I was making that recipe, so now I know that they are great and thought I'd make a video just on how to do it. So hit that subscribe button down below, turn on those notifications, and give me 2 thumbs up. Video is for informational purposes only. Make sure you do your own research and see if keto is a fit for you. Let's get started. Okay, so here's all the ingredients that you need. Almond flour, psyllium husk. I'm switching the sugar in this recipe from the erythritol and stevia blend to the monkfruit and erythritol blend. Egg whites and apple cider vinegar. And because I'm making everything bagels, I have a everything bagel seasoning, but I do have a recipe for one to make yourself. Okay, so first you're gonna need 2.5 cups of blanched almond flour. So let's go ahead and measure that out. All right, 2.5 cups. That one is done. Next we need 10 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder. Same thing, there's 1. I'm gonna mix all of my wet ingredients together, 2. And then 3, we'll do the wet ones and then we'll mix them together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then 2 teaspoons of pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm just gonna go ahead and add it to my bowl over here. So there's 1, 2 teaspoons of pink Himalayan sea salt. And 2 tablespoons. This is monkfruit and erythritol blend. So you're gonna get a nice sweetness without any weird taste. I'm a very big fan of Lakanto. I think that's how you say it. Lakanto, maybe it is. Then we have baking powder. And you will need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, make sure you get a aluminum-free baking powder. There's no reason aluminum should be in your baking powder. 3, 4. And that's it for the dry ingredients. So we're just going to give this a quick stir. I guess it would help if I plugged it in. And then once that's nice and mixed, we're going to do the wet ingredients and then add the wet right into the dry. I'm excited about these bagels, and that's good. So you're going to want to preheat your oven for 350. This batch is going to make 12 bagels. We'll see how big that is. We might extend it a little bit further, but it'll be 2 net carbs. And I'll give all the recipe in the link below. So next thing we are going to do is 1 cup of egg whites. I need a much bigger bowl. And I will do a clear bowl so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so we've done all of these, so let's move it out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I have found that this was easier for me to do is just get the egg whites that have already been separated. You can use real eggs, doesn't matter. Just separate the yolk from the eggs. What was it? So 1 cup of egg whites. Here we go. Then we need 4 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. You want raw and unfiltered. You want all the good stuff that's in there. It'd be great for digestive health. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then last but not least, we're going to give that a quick stir, and we're going to put 2 cups of hot, not boiling water. Give this a quick stir so it's all nice and incorporated. And I like to use one of these electric, water heaters. I make my teas and I make stuff. I like to reheat water using something like this versus the microwave. So that's my just personal preference. So you want hot but not boiling water because you don't want to cook your eggs. We just want to warm it up. Then once that's good and mixed, slowly add a little bit at a time. And mix it up. It's easier to use a stand mixer. You don't have to. But do a little bit at a time. I do it in about 3 times. And it's, whoa, oh my goodness. So it will look kind of gummy at first, but then once all the liquid is absorbed by the psyllium husk, it'll form a really nice dough. So just let it do its thing. Oh man. And it doesn't take long. And it will resemble a dough. And there you have it. Just let it sit there for a second. And I'm gonna clean this mess up. Okay, so let me give you a close-up of the dough. It resembles dough. It's a nice, solid, hearty dough. And in order to get these bagels to all be the same size and fit the macros, I took the total weight of my dough and I'm dividing it by 12 since I'm making 12, and got roughly 96 or so grams per bagel. So I'm going to individually portion them. And to make handling this dough easier, this is a little thing of cold water. I'm just going to go grab about 96 grams. And this seems tedious, but you want them all the same size. They're so much easier to track. Like that's 94, 96. So there's one bagel. We're going to do this 12 times. Last one. Easy. How easy was that? So now we're going to roll them into the shapes of a bagel. You could be like really smart and prepared and maybe already have a bagel pan, but I don't. So we're gonna make bagels. So I'm just going to make a ball. And poke a hole through the ball. And flatten it out. And there you have it. Give it a big enough hole so when it cooks, you'll see the hole. Same thing with the next one. Make your hole. Flatten it out, make it nice and pretty, and set it down. Okay, so now we're gonna make an egg wash. And this way, the Everything Bagel seasoning will stick to the bagels. So I like to just make it easy and use a little brush. And we'll do 1 whole egg. And just stir, give it a good stir. Scramble it. But this is going to just make that seasoning stay on there nicely. So just paint the tops. This will also give that a really nice golden color. All right, so now, just take the Everything Bagel seasoning. I just bought this at our local store. Check to make sure there's no sugar in it. Give it a good shake, get all the spices all mixed up. And then I just use the shaker top and lightly season each one. And I'm gonna leave the seasoning off of the ones that my kids are gonna be eating. So I'm just gonna leave this back row open. And there you have it. Let me bring this closer. Doesn't that look delicious? Delicious. Okay, let's pull them out of the oven. Oh, wow. There they are. What do you think of that? Look at how it'll tear. Look at that dough. See that right there? Oh yeah, just like a regular bread dough. Doesn't that look delish? So these, I would say, I should have made the hole of the donut bigger so they'd have space in there, but I mean, you can see it in there. You tip it up, and there they are. So I'm gonna make a breakfast sandwich. I'm gonna let them cool for like a good 10-15 minutes, and then I'll be back to make breakfast sandwiches with them.
What's up, guys?
Right. Okay, now go.
What's up, guys?
Who are you?
I'm Lou.
And what are we doing?
I'm gonna do bagels.
You want your own bagel, huh? All right, so let's take the bagel. This is a plain one. I didn't put any Everything seasoning on it because she doesn't like all of that. So just the plain one's great to make a, find a knife here, to make her cream cheese bagel. And in the back here I have my eggs going, and I'm gonna make a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich using this bread. So I'm gonna show you the inside of the bread. And it looks so yummy. So, that might be a better, use my white shirt. Okay, so do you want to spread your, you can toast this, or you can have it as is. She does not want hers toasted, but feel free to toast it and then put the cream cheese on it. Here, let me help you, baby.
I want to do it. Can I put the cream cheese
All right.
on?
Do you want to go get it? Oh, here we go. Here. Did you just take some?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you can't do that. Okay, so go ahead and put some, wow, that's a lot. Just let's do this much. And you paint that while I flip the eggs for my sandwich. And I'm making a Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. And I'm gonna toast my bread, which I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I don't know Let me give you a close-up of these delicious bagels.
Mama.
You're doing good, just keep doing that. Now I'm gonna pull it apart here and watch it tear. Just like real bread does. Isn't that awesome? And then this side too. I should have spaced these out a little bit better, but there you go. Now I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm gonna toast it before I make my sandwich. How's it going over there?
It's not melting.
It's not melting?
Not gonna go down. I need a better knife.
You need a better knife? No, just keep working at it. You're doing great.
Good.
I think my eggs over here are done. So we're going to put them on my plate. I have Canadian bacon already crisped up, 2 for me and 2 for her. I'm gonna cut my bread. It's perfectly tender on the inside. And I'm just gonna put a little butter in my pan and toast it. Now I also have an air fryer. Oop, looks like we're good. Now I've cut it in half and you can throw it in an air fryer and use that as a toaster, or I'm gonna pan fry it with a little butter on it as soon as my eggs come out. So I'm gonna get a plate for my eggs. And those, I'm gonna build my sandwich. I'm just gonna put a little bit of butter in my pan, let that get all melty, and we're gonna put this in here to just give it a little extra crispiness, like a true bagel, egg, and cheese sandwich would be. And just like a couple minutes, not too much. It's already just fine as is. You can completely skip this step. So I'm just layering my sandwich. And we can get rid of this. How's it going over there? Do you want help?
See?
I'll put all the macros below. But don't bring... I guess we should let the cream cheese cool off a little before I give it to you. All right, I'm just doing a slice of American cheese.
Oh, I want some American cheese.
You want some American cheese?
Please.
All right, I'll put some on your plate. Doesn't really go with your sandwich, but that's fine.
I love that.
All right. You want to try it? You might want a little bit more.
I just let some off my
You did?
finger.
All right, well, why don't you give that a taste, see if you need more cream cheese. No, eat the whole thing, silly girl.
Like this. Actually, I don't want the top. I'm gonna.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give it a taste and give you a review. Tell me if it's kid approved.
It's kid approved.
Kid approved. Give it 2 thumbs up. All right, well, I'm gonna finish making my sandwich and you can go off and play if you'd like.
I want to eat.
Don't we all? All right, well, I'm gonna do,
This is my plate.
that one is your plate. Well, tomorrow, we'll put it right here and you can have just that one. So what do you think? Yum?
I'm gonna go bring this. I promise I won't spill it on the couch.
Okay, that's fine. And here's, you can see they're in the pan, just frying up in a little butter after I cooked my eggs. Give you a quick peek. Not done yet. We want just a little bit crispier because I like my bagels kind of, my sandwich, you don't want it to be too tall because you got the egg.